This is how you grow. Project Mass is an advanced training, nutrition, and supplement program designed to add maximum size.
So you're already doing everything you need to for your training and nutrition. Supplementation is going to give you that extra edge to enhance measurable results. So you need to be paying as much attention to your supplementation as you do for your training and your nutrition. Our laboratory has literally tested hundreds of supplements. In fact, every semester we test at least a half a dozen new novel ingredients. However, for this program, we're sticking with the most research-backed, time-tested supplements that we know will give you that edge in gaining mass. Because the training is so hard, we want to augment that training with supplements that enhance recovery, so that ultimately you get back in the gym quicker and more effectively so you can keep gaining mass throughout this program. So the supplements you'll be taking during this program include whey protein, creatine, branched chain amino acids, fish oil, and finally a solid pre-workout. So now let me tell you why you're going to be taking each one of these supplements. Starting with whey protein. Whey protein is the king of all proteins. It's very high in what we call essential amino acids, and those are the amino acids that you have to get their diet, and that's what actually turns on skeletal muscle protein synthesis or growth. Whey protein is also high in a number of factors that strengthen your immune function, particularly when you're in a hard training bout. Second is creatine, probably the best mass builder of all time. Number one, it will give you more energy per contraction, so that instead of getting, for example, 5 repetitions, you might get 6 or 7, and that's going to lead to a greater overall stimulus for growth. We also know that creatine actually triggers growth factors to increase in skeletal muscle. Also, I want to talk to you about branched chain amino acids. What's so special about these? Well, branched chain amino acids, out of all 20 amino acids, are known to be the triggers for skeletal muscle growth. So you can actually just take them alone and increase muscle growth. Now, during your normal meals, when you have 30 to 40 grams of protein, you won't need these. But in between meals, to keep calories not drastically high, but to keep protein synthesis high throughout the day, we're going to be supplementing with these between each of those meals. Next is fish oil. Why is this important? Well, we know that fish oil is very, very important for insulin sensitivity. That means it's going to help you take in carbohydrates more into the muscle, which is going to increase your pump and also prevent you from gaining fat. It's also going to resolve inflammation so that you can recover quicker. Finally, I want to talk about pre-workout supplement. When you select out your pre-workout supplement, you want to select something that enhances cognitive function and focus, but also something that's going to speed recovery and allow you to get into the gym faster the other day. That means you need to pick something that's going to increase protein synthesis and also, again, increase cognitive function. So now what I'm going to do is break down your supplementation schedule for both training days and non-training days. When you wake up in the morning, if you don't have time to have a high quality protein source such as eggs, then you're going to have whey protein. On top of that, we recommend you having fish oil, and then in between meals, we're going to recommend that you have branched chain amino acids to keep protein synthesis elevated throughout the day. Now, pre-workout is when you're going to implement your pre-workout supplement. On top of that, we recommend adding branched chain amino acids as well as creatine. And then post-exercise, we recommend having whey protein along with creatine. So on non-training days, your supplementation is going to be exactly the same except for pre and post-workout supplementation. So one thing that I want to address is protein supplementation and how it contributes to your total macronutrient intake for the rest of the day. And what I have to emphasize is that yes, when you consume protein in the form of whey, it should count to your total macronutrient content. So if you're going to have 200 grams of protein and you have 40 grams of whey, that counts as 40 grams of that 200 grams. So you need 160 from other sources. One of the big questions that we get asked is, what if I train directly in the morning? Should I train fasted? Or is supplementation the same? Well, what's critical to understand is that after an overnight fast, you don't have a lot of nutrients that support skeletal muscle growth. So we do recommend that you eat something, particularly an easy digested source of protein, such as whey protein. You can also have your pre-workout supplementation at that time, as well as your creatine, and then post-workout would be the same deal. You consume whey protein as well as creatine again. So that's how we would kind of manipulate your training supplementation if you're waking up in a fasted state. Everything that I've talked about in supplementation is broken down in detail on the page below. So for each day of the 14 weeks, you need to come back to bodybuilding.com for your program supplement schedule. Before you start this program, I have to emphasize that you need to watch the program overview, the training overview, as well as the nutrition overview.